crying little.
Yoga.
As we know, Donald Trump is an idiot. And yes, I'm on the Kushner website because I wanted to take a look to see how many properties he has. And it says here that his little management company has 20,000 apartments in 5 states, including New York, New Jersey, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. Now, recently, his father-in-law basically tried to go after Elijah Cummings, which is he's the U.S. rep. He's a Democrat. Accusations leveled against Elijah Cummings, there could be some truth to that. People pay to play all the time. Politicians are not to be trusted, no matter their skin color or what party they are from. Now, Donald Trump was mad and acted like a child, and he lashed out because Elijah Cummings criticized the conditions of the detention centers at the southern border. He really did go after the head of Homeland Security, and I guess Donald Trump was mad. He actually called Cummings a brutal bully. Are you serious? The biggest bully in the White House calling someone else a bully. Now, he said in a series of tweets, because that's as far as his intelligence goes, why is so much money sent to Elijah Cummings district when it is considered the worst run and the most dangerous anywhere in the United States? Now, I want to stop there and say, I thought Chicago was the most dangerous in the United States. He's going to have to get it straight. So is it Baltimore is the most dangerous or Chicago is the most dangerous? Oh, wait, where black people are the majority is the most dangerous. Like, anybody who doesn't understand he's a fucking racist through and through, just like his father is ingrained in his DNA and in his bones. I mean, you're an idiot. You're as racist as he is. He said no human being would want to live there. Where is all the money going? How much is stolen? Investigate this corrupt mess immediately. Immediately. I agree. If it's run down, let's see why it's run down. And he said, as proven last week during a congressional tour, the border is clean, efficient, and well run, just very crowded. Cummings district is a disgusting rat and rodent infested mess. If he spent more time in Baltimore, maybe he could help clean up this very dangerous, filthy place. Like I said, dog whistle to his base. Because the most filthy place here, I think it's a running between West Virginia and San Francisco. Those are some of the worst, to be honest. Now, if it's rat infested, and first of all, isn't that the same, rodent and rat? Anyway, but if it's rat infested and people are living in rat infested conditions, that means they're living with them. So wouldn't that be like the management of the building's job to make sure that the property is in a livable condition? I'll read the last tweet. Elijah Cummings has been a brutal bully, shouting and screaming at great men and women of the Border Patrol about conditions at the south border, when actually his Baltimore district is far worse and more dangerous. His district is considered the worst in the US. If it's more dangerous in Baltimore, then what is he talking about? He's afraid of caravans bringing Al Qaeda, ISIS, Boko Haram, and everybody over the border. So which one is it? Is Baltimore more dangerous? Is Chicago more dangerous? Or is the border more dangerous because ISIS and Boko Haram and everyone is crossing over? I'm confused. And does there need to be more resources in a lot of our communities? Hell yeah, we don't get them. Our money is being diverted into other people's communities. Also, if we were being paid a fair wage, and also if we would get the reparations that we need, to be honest, a lot of us would fucking leave and this country would be done within a year, if that. But maybe some people would stay and they could clean up the neighborhood, maybe. But it's funny that he called it a rat and rodent infested mess, which I would think is the same thing. But it's interesting that he could have jumped on this way before Elijah Cummings. He could have made a statement. He could have came out of this looking great because he has access to a slumlord that is contributing to the infested mess in Baltimore. His son-in-law, Jared Kushner. He could have pulled Jared Kushner to the side, since he had readily immediate, remember he said immediately, he had immediate access to Jared Kushner to help clean up the issue, and he would have came out looking good. Now he could have sat down and talked to him about the life-threatening conditions that his properties were under. And because Jared Kushner's apartments are using local tax dollars to help subsidize them. And it said that Kushner's family real estate company, which he is Jewish, quotation marks, his real estate company owns more than 7,200 properties in Baltimore County, a number which has racked up numerous code violations and resident complaints of rodent infestations. In November of 2017, from the Baltimore County government, the office revealed the existence of more than 200 code violations in apartments owned by the Kushner Company in Baltimore County, all accrued in the current calendar year. After threatening to withhold HUD rental payments and levy fines, necessary repairs were made in all but 9 properties. Those 9 unrepaired properties result in withholding of HUD rental payments and insurance of $3,500 in county fines. Now, some complaints are, I have black mold in my cabinet. That is the most disgusting. That is so bad for people's health. And if you have the elderly and you have babies in these places, this motherfucker would not put his family in conditions like that. But he's okay doing that to black people. And this is why I said when Jewish people try and connect with black people, it's bullshit, because they lived in the ghettos and slums. And look at what they're doing to our communities because they have control over our communities. This is what the fuck we talk about. We don't own the properties here. We don't own the apartments. We don't own the homes. We don't own the business. So, you know, when some dumbass talking about you're burning down your community, it's not our fucking community because we don't own shit. The only thing that's happening is money is being sucked out of us because we are what keeps this economy going. And if we were to be taken away or to leave this fucking country, it would collapse. We work to pay other people. We can't save shit. Like I said, in a few short years, we'll have zero wealth. I wonder the fuck why. But black mold, you mean what you're charging is not enough to keep up necessary repairs? This is something that I notice about them, these pale and pink people. They don't keep up shit. They act like they can't deal with the upkeep of anything. They do it with different businesses they have. They don't update their technology. They don't update their systems. They always have to have someone who usually is not pink and pale like them to come in and tell them what they need to do, or to give them ideas so they can steal the idea and pretend like it's theirs, implement it, and fire the person who actually came up with the idea. They're always asking you, just voice your idea, voice your opinion. If you have an idea, come to it. I have an open door policy. We've heard that shit before. So they can steal it and then fire you after they steal it. That's what they do, because they're not smart enough to come up with this shit or take care of anything. They shouldn't be running shit. You see what's happening to the earth. The earth is heating up, is turning against them because it's had enough. But continuing on, Desmond James, who lived in the Kushner-owned building in White Marsh, told AP that he found mouse in his new apartment just days after moving in. He said they don't care. They don't give a fuck. They don't. His son-in-law owns all of this. You mean to tell me that, he has money, all this money, but he can't put in because he doesn't fucking care, because black people live there. So, anybody who's sitting up here talking shit about black people, you fuck you. That's all I have to say is fuck you, because we are out here dealing with some deplorable shit, with some major bullshit. People try and call these people great business people. They look up to them. They want to be like them. I mean, this is why you are not supposed to idolize people or want to be like them or want what they have. It's even biblical you're not supposed to do that, because honestly, you don't know what they've done to get what. Usually they have harmed, put people's health at risk, even killed people. They have blood on their hands to be in the position they in and to have what they have. But I'll go ahead and leave it right here. Let me know what you think about Trump's tweets about Baltimore being rat infested, and then let me know what you think about Jared Kushner being the person who was responsible for it being rat infested, and I will see you in the next one.
What